Hello there, welcome back to Scandinavian Achievement Game. The two past episodes I've been trying to usurp the Byzantine Empire despite not having the prerequisite, which is a lot of their provinces, and hopefully today I'll be able to do that. We're also going after the Jerusalem area, since, well, we kind of need it. I can't remember exactly what you need for Israel, but I believe it's Galilee, Damascus, probably this area. So yeah, I'm going to try and take a little bit of everything, and then we'll see if I have what's necessary once things actually come. Well, I'm thinking I still have my second son is Jewish, so I'm thinking that if I can somehow, well, that did not go as planned. So we'll make him proper Norseman. But yeah, the plan did not go as planned. Let's just say that. We are going to set up a. No, we're going to go by age, and we're going to put Emund on the throne here. At least that's what I'm aiming for. To get a young kid that I can then potentially use as a well, more or less, how should I put this? I can use them to get children I then can train to be whatever I really want them to. And that is kind of the thought behind it. We'll have to see if that actually plays out. The independence faction, I think, is just because I held on to some provinces for a little bit too long. Hopefully it'll just vanish, but if not, we'll just keep on doing these holy wars in an effort to not having that happen. Apparently we walked a little bit too far from home because we suffered some very annoying attrition on the way here. But I'm going to fight the holy war for this, and then we're probably going after Trebizond, Georgia, probably after the Byzantines too. Just try and get those last few provinces that we're missing. We're also going to keep on doing some more raiding for a little bit extra cash. If I want to try and change the you heard the chest. Well, 10 gold in that chest. When you raid, you can potentially get some locked chests that need a certain key that you can get later if you raid a lot. Also, there's the +2 martial event. All of them are a little bit fun, but not really too much. They don't really have too much use, to be perfectly honest. There's you can't rely on them, but it's nice to get them, and especially aside if you consider the fact that you do get money too. But as I said, we're going to just fight for the Byzantines. My vassals are probably going to do a lot of conquest themselves. They are at least going for a prepared invasion of Georgia right now. So hopefully I can get what I'm after without too much fuss. We'll simply have to wait and see. The discovery of Vinland. After having stored new land even further west of Greenland, Leif Erikson, the son of Eric the Red, has mounted an expedition with a single longship and a crew of 35. Days were spent at sea, but Leif and his crew finally sighted land and travelled south along the coast until they decided to winter at a place they named Vinland. When they returned to Greenland, the brave explorers brought with them a cargo of grapes and some much-needed timber. Upon Leif's return, his brother Torvald departed on a similar expedition to further map the coastline of this new land, but his shore party came to blows with Skrallings, the local natives, and Torvald himself fell in battle. Despite this, future expeditions are already being planned to this rich and fertile land. A great discovery. So yeah, I'm still fighting here. We still have the war, we still have raiders. Everything is actually just going swimmingly, although albeit very slow. I was about to say that the independence faction had actually given up, but there they are back. But while I'm at it, there's two reasons why I want to buy Byzantine Empire. First of all, the achievement with Rome. But second of all, I can then change my my preferred empire to the Byzantine Empire. I believe they actually have primogeniture. Unless they actually... Oh, it's Gavelkind. Well, never mind then. I was hoping they had Primo, but if they do not, then we'll probably just have to stick with elective for now. Potentially even go seniority. No, that wouldn't help. I need to get some... I need to be able to choose who I want to get on the throne, so we'll probably have to just try and go absolute and get primogeniture. I have to wait and see here. The problem I'm facing if I do not do that is that potentially here we'll lose the Fulcarit. No, we won't actually. I can't hold two kingdoms then, that is the secondary problem. We'll take the Byzantine Empire and then we'll decide on what we'll do then. So, as you can see, I've used a bit of my money here, and that is because I have a tier. If I can actually put myself on throne as this kid, he's the heir to everything I want him to be heir of. And I also get a couple of duchies here, which is, well, fair enough. But I managed to get counter-assassinated here, so that is fine. She died under suspicious circumstances. Well, that is perfectly fine, but that's not really the point. What I'm hoping here is that now that I have become, well, king or emperor, I can actually ask the Russians here to tutor me. Yeah, it seems like this. If I want to stay with elected, this has to be the way. I have to get myself killed while the kid is 1 or 2 years old. No, around 6 years old, I believe. And then use that to my advantage. Basically, with a 6-year-old kid, I can then, from there, start making things, well, work, more or less. I think our next choice here will be the High Chiefess of Flanders. She also has children on the way. Apparently, I can't. There we go. And as I said here, I am a little bit unsure if I actually want to go for being Russian or if I want to go for being Jewish for the achievement's sake. I'm a little bit unsure here. So yeah, I have 2 Catholics, I have 2 Jews. I actually have a kinsman here that's a Jew. No, I don't want him to. I don't want him. He'll probably just get me killed. But yeah, I will be trying to become Jewish, well, religion, which will lead to an insane, most likely, revolt here. It's going to be hell on earth no matter what I do. So we're going to try and see here if we can get the conquest going, get what I'm after here. And of course we have a Celtic rebel, but more importantly my score is just about 100,000, which gives the achievement Divine Blood. So that's good, I guess. We're also going to use these raiders here, as not raiders, but have them walk over there to sort out the issues. Then we're going to raid down the Italian coast. And then we're going to be happy about that. But as I said here, the main problem here will most likely be there'll be one hell of an independence faction. So I need to try and use the Holy War tactic once again and see if we can make something work there. I'm a little bit unsure, as I said, what is needed to actually form Israel. I can embrace the Norwegian culture. I don't want to though. I can expel the Jomsvikings. Don't want to though. I can donate money to them to get piety. Don't want to. There's no good reason for me to actually need piety right now. I need prestige to make people like me more. But enough about that. We're going to find Holy Wars. We're going to try and take the area here, since I'm being educated by a Jewish character. And I'll have to see here. I'll probably try and get a... if the plan doesn't actually work out this time, I'm probably going to try and see if I can get a young man as my next one. See if I can make him a genius, something like that. Educate him with... or have him educated. See if I can either make him Russian cultured. What I'm actually trying to say is that the plan is fairly simple. I will become another character. Well, next time I become a young character, I'll try and get it around the age where I can actually start being educated to up my chance of getting a culture, but also to get the potential of fate, because you can't actually vote for anyone who doesn't have your same culture and your same fate, it seems like, which of course is a ginormous, annoying little piece of shite, to be perfectly honest. But there's nothing much I can do about that right now. For now, we'll just have to focus on this war, and then I'll try to set something like that up the next time we get into action here. And it also means, of course, that I will be trying to change my the rules of the Byzantine Empire into elective as well. And then we'll simply have to play from there. But for now, we'll continue with the project down here with conquest, everything really. And then we'll see how things play out in the long run. The Great Seljuk, my liege, the Great Khan Seljuk and his vast lord of Turkish horsemen have raised the banners of war near Kusulorda. The ambitious warlord appears set on subjugating the local chieftains and unifying all Turkmen tribes. Neighboring rulers should prepare for the oncoming storm. The Turkish gods are strong. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this actually plays out, because we haven't actually had any dealings with said Shah here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Not even going to give it. One attempt. Even that is. That's ridiculous. Or a very annoying name, very difficult name. But as I said, we'll do conquest for virtually the entirety of this area, and then we'll see how it plays out from there. Judging by the fact that I'm being educated by someone who is a Jewish, I'll not be trying to go for the Byzantine Empire while I'm still being educated. As soon as, if I don't become Jewish and the education is over, then we'll go for the Byzantium again. But for now, we'll just try and take this province right here, and the ones to the north, and then we'll see what happens. So, unfortunately, I didn't get anything here, and to make matters worse, I became an indulgent vassal. So what I think we're going to do is use said king that we have right now as more or less a... I don't know how to put this. I'm basically just going to use him for my own advantage here, as more or less a... once again, I have no idea how to actually phrase this. A petty king, or to some degree a plate king, but it should work out just fine. We also have some problems here with sickness, which is currently giving me some awful numbers when it comes to attrition here, as you can see here from typhoid fever. Everything adds up to a horrible sum of attrition, but we are going to betrothed. Yeah, this is the one that I chose to be the wife. She's Hawkiee, and except that she also managed to become a detached priest. It should potentially give some pretty good traits, which is well, the entire choice as to why. So we are most likely going to continue, as I said, warfare for this area here, but I'm going to try and take it a little bit more careful in order to make sure that my, well, entire people don't die to sickness while we do so. I'm also going to fight the Byzantines to try and pick off some of these smaller areas here, if given the opportunity. We're actually going to go after this count right here, because he has actually risen up in revolt, and it would be stupid to not consider his request to join the Scandinavian Empire. But yeah, as I said, I will continue the warring for the smaller states. We'll also fight for Galilee, the Israel area. I kind of want to make sure that I have both Israel but also the Byzantines under my control before we start doing something terribly stupid here. And apparently the revolt here has already ended as well. So we're going to look at war here on the blinded Caliph here. He's blinded simply for both Judaism and Christendom. This is an interesting Caliph. Almost like I don't really want to attack him, but heck, I have to. I want to take, let's see here. I'm going to take Galilee, and once again, it's just to connect lands and make the map a little bit prettier, but also because it's the only full duchy that I really can take here. I don't really see a reason to fight for, well, half duchy, so to speak, half-sized. But yeah, I'm going to just hand out the lands, and then we're going to fight for Galilee. Hopefully be able to draw out another, some more revolts. Could be interesting to try and go around. We'll simply have to see what happens. But we'll fight for Israel and Byzantium, and then we'll see what we get out of it. Well, it might look like I have gotten far more than I bargained for here. Seljuk has decided that he wanted to, well, defend these guys as well, and as a result now I have about 36,000 HorseArchers flooding into the country, or siege area here. So I'm going to join up both of my armies, if I actually manage to do that before I'm going to get trashed here. But yeah, HorseArchers are a pain to deal with, and I believe, yeah, most of his armies are purely HorseArchers. So this is going to be an interesting battle, but I might actually have to go for white peace or even surrender, because as you can see, I'm getting slaughtered. So with that, I'm going to offer him a white peace. And as you can see, Seljuk really screwed me over here. Hopefully I didn't lose too much of my retinue in this battle, didn't actually lose anything, but it's still bad that I lose a truce timer on something as ridiculous as Seljuk. Where the hell is that bastard? This bastard here deciding to up the ante. I don't think even trying to assassinate him would make too much of a difference. Why the hell do I have his... Yeah, now I remember. I had a 0 spy master, and the reason for that is fairly simple. Because of the fact that... well, we'll go for the blute here. Just to try and keep the relations high, especially since I now lost most of my armies here. But we'll go for the blute, and then we'll go for a war against Byzantium itself. Probably just for Dioclea, then we'll take out Hungary. And once again, I'll try to instigate a revolt, potentially here by trying to assassinate this fellow. And then just keep on assassinating until we get that revolt. But I'm running thin on money here, and that is mostly due to the sickness and the fact that I chose to fight for them. Or fight during it, but not much I can do here. The HorseArchers really really screwed me over. So let us just offer sacrifices. And, well, this is bad. We have another civil war here. No idea how big it is, probably 100%. 90. Yeah, we have the King of Finland among it. I believe, yeah. Don't want to try and assassinate him, no I don't. But this is going to be hell on earth. The only reason why the King of Finland actually is allowed to join this in the first place is because of the fact that he conquered, well, moved his capital, I believe, down here. Or he has land here, which is annoying as hell. Guess I will not be blackmailed, and we'll have to go for one hell of a war, especially considering that I just have 16,000 men. It'll take forever. Well, it won't take forever to actually join up, but it'll still be annoying. I'll have to use these guys to pacify Finland, I think, and keep control over this area here, so it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye.